Okay, you ready? So we getting ready to talk about macaroni and cheese. So I'm gonna skip a bunch of stuff because I'm sure you already know it. But one thing I am gonna say is be prepared ahead of time. So I got my macaroni already made and in my 9 by 13 casserole dish. This is garlic and chive cream cheese. That's one little secret I'm gonna tell you. Now, before we go further, we're gonna make a bechamel. You already know what a bechamel is. It's a roux. So, in here, I have 2 tablespoons butter, 2 tablespoons flour. I'm gonna heat it up on medium, and I'm gonna whisk. Okay. Why are you not cooperating? There we go. All right. Now, real quick. We'll leave you alone for a second. Real quick. Because once this gets going, I'm not going to have time to stop and explain everything. Okay, so first, in here I have a cup of milk and a quarter cup of chicken broth. I have all kinds of cheese in here. So there's Gruyere, extra sharp cheddar, sharp cheddar, white cheddar, Romano, Parmesan, Asiago, a little mozzarella, a little provolone. Am I forgetting anybody? White cheddar. Don't know if I said that already or not. Ham. So now for the bechamel. Once this gets nice and brown and forms the roux is butter and flour cooked. You're getting rid of the raw taste of the flour. Once this forms the roux, this goes in there. Stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. Then take it off the heat, and then this goes in there. Stir it, stir it, stir it until the cheese is all melty and gooey and ooey and deliciousness, and you just want to dip your whole face in there and eat it. Once that's done, then it comes over to here. Now, by the time all of that is ready, the ham will already be on top of here. Now, you can leave the ham out if you want, but I love putting ham or bacon in my macaroni and cheese. That way, it's not just a plain old macaroni and cheese, and it could be a side dish or it could be a meal on its own. If you really want to get cute, you can make cheeseburger macaroni and cheese. Basically, you're putting in ground beef. The recipe that I first learned it from many years ago, they actually put pickle in there. I'm not a fan of pickle. So yeah, I left that right on out. Alright, so this roux is almost ready. Keep stirring her. It's not quite there yet. Almost. Now, don't you need to put some stuff up in this piece. So what I did this time, I don't always do it this way, but what I did this time is inside all of these different cheeses that I got in here, I actually put my black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, some of that some celery salt, no, excuse me, celery seasoning. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? I am forgetting something. No, that's it. Um, Now, if you want to, you can do some parsley, etc., etc. Um, the thing, in my opinion, don't add salt until this is done and you taste it. And I mean taste it after you mix it in with the macaroni. Because your macaroni should have been cooked in salted water, and you don't want to add more salt if it's unnecessary. I'm probably going to, because I've already tasted my macaroni after it was done, and it can tolerate a little bit more salt. So, all right, now that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so that is done. Now, pour this in, whisk her up. And once I know it's thoroughly blended, well, let me turn the heat off. There. And now I know it's thoroughly blended. Thoroughly blend you. All right. Let me get this last milk in here. All right. So now it's thoroughly blended. Take it off the heat. And forgive me, I'm going to try to do this all one-handed. And now we're just going to, oh, wait a minute, before I make a big mistake. Okay, so now the cheese. Now I'm putting in a lot of cheese. I'm not saying how much, because you can put in as much cheese as you want. But I like my macaroni and cheese cheesy. Cheese has a prominent position in my macaroni and cheese. And get it all in here. Come on. Everybody into the party. I don't know why you're being stubborn. Alright. There. All the cheese is in. We're off the heat. And now we are just going to stir with our whisk. All right. While that is doing that, we're going to come right back on over here. And now, ham. Again, you don't have to do this. Now, you could use the store-bought already cubed ham. I find that to be a little too salty. Nothing wrong with it, it's just too much salt, in my opinion. So what I did and prefer to do is I just went to the deli and had him slice me a 1/4 inch thick, just one slice of Black Forest ham. And then I just cubed it when I got home. That was that. And I think it's a better product, a better hammy flavor, less salt. Okay, so I'm actually trying to do this video without having to cut. So let's come back over here, give you a little stir. Now, at this point, you can decide whether this is too thick, not thick enough. I think that is a little tight. So we are going to put in a little bit more chicken broth. And I'm doing this by eye. There is no measurement. And that's good enough. Alright, so it is not fully melted yet. And guess what? In my opinion, that's just fine. I don't care. Okay. Now, if I was going to bake this right now, I really wouldn't care. Not even one tiny bit. Because it's going to melt a little bit more. Anything that's not melted will melt more because it's going to go into warm macaroni that was just finished, and then it's going to go directly into the oven. I'm not doing that because I'm making it ahead. This is early Saturday morning, and I'm not putting it in the oven until Sunday. But I'm still okay with that. Alright. So now, important thing we got to do. We have to taste this because every layer of your dish needs to be seasoned. So we're going to taste this to see if it's alright. Yup, good. Now this gets poured over the macaroni, mixed up, and then I just cover it, throw it in the fridge, and we're ready to bake. Alright, so now I decided I wanted to put a little bit more black pepper on top. Now if I was about to bake this right now, what I would do is I would sprinkle some more extra sharp cheddar on top, and then I would put in some breadcrumb on top, just a light bit, and then some Parmesan cheese on top. Depending on my mood, I might not do the Parmesan cheese, but the breadcrumb I definitely would be doing. And then I'd bake 350 until the top is nice and golden brown. And that would be it.